Hello my gorgeous makeup loving friends, how's it going? Welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, hi, my name is Teresa. I did a thing, obviously, and I got the Danessa Myricks Lightwork experience. It's one of the limited edition palettes and looks a little something like this. And I'm sure you can guess, this is a swatches, tutorial, all that sort of goodly goodness, and a review to let you know, is it worth the crazy price tag. Now I will say it's always very difficult to get like pictures etc of duochromes, but I will do my absolute best, but absolutely no promises. But if you want to see what I think of this, get a tutorial, see how I did this, then this is the video for you. Do please keep on watching. Okay, so here's the thing, I have swatched these before on my arm and they are they're so delicious, but they're so hard to capture on camera. So, you know, bear with me on this. I'm going to really struggle to show you all of this. There's a lot of like glittery goodness that the camera just cannot pick up, and I'm not talented enough and don't have a degree in photography. I don't know how to do these things. But I'm extending an invitation. You all have to come to my house and see what this looks like. It's fucking gorgeous. So I'm going to start off on the first row, and these are all a cream-based formula. Oh. She said as she like smashed her fingers in. So they look like this. I mean, you can already see even on the finger like the sheer wetness of them. But like, let's look at it. I mean, you try and tell me that isn't beautiful. Quite frankly, you're wrong, and you're a big fat liar, and I hate you, and all that sort of stuff. I'm getting, look, it's warm again now, lads, so I'm getting a bit finicky. Again, the sheer metallic-y, creamy goodness of the, look at that. That is the shade Gaia. It's this greeny purple, which I love, because I love green and I love purple, and like I have a friend called Gaia, and I feel like it should have been like a blue to purple, but because also these are my favorite colors, I'm kind of love that it's associated with her in that way. Anyways, that's a totally different thing. And you can see those are just one swipe swatches. They are so vibrant, like the pigment, it's I hate how good this is, because I want to be like, this is expensive, save your money, don't put that and think bah, 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 bah. But it's actually really fucking good. I'm going to zoom you in now so you can see them a little bit better. I mean, look at that, you can see the shift even on that one. Oh, it's so beautiful. They are just so, like, again, you can see the shift on that one. Oh, sweet Jesus, like they're so beautiful, so nice. I'm gonna see if like the mirror will capture some of this as well. Okay, you can kind of see there, like that is turning up a lot more yellow in the mirror, and it's more like orangey there. You can see that this is turning up as purple when it's green. You can kind of see a lot more of the shifts. Like you can see that this is turning up as a more green in the mirror, and it's yellow here. It's fucking phenomenal. And you can already see the shift on this one as well. Like, it's just so beautiful. And I mean, let's look at it from the other side here. So again, you can see how this is like kind of like almost like a dark brown or whatever, and then it's turning up as like a vibrant fuchsia in the mirror. Like, it's bananas. This is, I used it as a highlighter. It was bonkers. Loved it. Again, you can see that this is turning up as like a green. It is stunning, and if you capture it in the light, it is bonkers. I'm gonna see if I can show you the shimmeriness. I probably won't be able to, but I'm gonna try. Okay, so my thought is maybe if I turn off all the lights, and yeah, you can see the shimmeriness of them there a little bit. Like, I mean, look at that. You try and tell me that is not special. Try, and you're just wrong. Like, I'm sorry. Look at that. Look at the shimmery, metallic-y goodness. Particularly that one. That Miss is already like just shitting herself, being like, meh, meh, meh. She's booked a Ryanair ticket and she's coming over to steal it. Anyways, that's it. Those are the swatches. The next bit is the tutorial. To be clear, I have actually no idea why I thought I could do a full look using essentially like a multi-chrome palette, but I was like, fuck it, let's give it a go. I didn't entirely just use this palette. I did cheat a little bit. I used this Ofra liner in the shade Turquoise, and basically all I'm doing is just sketching out kind of the shape along here, and then I'm going to be blending that. So I'll speed that up so you can see what that looks like. Okay, that's it. I mean, it was super quick, but now we're actually into the eyeshadow palette, and I am using this Jessup 226. It's a smudger, and I'm going into the shade Polaris, and it's just such a beautiful shade. Now, all of these are like cream, so I will also be using them for other things like lip and like, not foundation, that'd be ridiculous, but like highlighter and stuff. So all I'm doing here is just popping that in there now. A little of this goes a long way, and I do have to almost dampen it down a little bit, but this is just so like disgustingly pretty. And I know that the camera probably isn't catching all of this, but I will attempt to get like good swatches to kind of give you an idea of them. They're so like shimmery and glittery and just generally delicious. And then I'm popping a bit up here because if you know me, you know that I like to highlight the brow bone to make it look somewhat snatched or something. I don't know the technical lingo, but it's yeah, it's just this really beautiful like turquoisey goldy shade, which is super unusual. And yes, I have put it into the brow. I can do what I want. This is my channel, and I do not have to justify my actions to you. God damn it! Did I just buy a ridiculously expensive eyeshadow palette? Yes. So let me do what I want. Look, clearly I've lost my mind. Now I'm taking a Zoeva 238 and I'm going into the shade Sol, which is sort of a goldy greeny sort of shade. I know it doesn't necessarily go with the rest, but whatever. We don't need things to go with each other. So I'm just smacking that in there and working that along the lid. And I haven't put down like any sort of like glue primer or anything because they are like a sort of a cream formula, so I figured I'd kind of see it as it was without kind of getting anything else involved in the mix. But it does seem to be holding up pretty nicely. Now I will be going in with my finger because I'm absolutely disgusting, so you know, be warned. But like you can see, you get really good pigmentation even just with the brush. Like this isn't a standalone palette. This is the palette that you pull out for like, you know, that extra touch to a look. Like you do not do things like I'm doing now. Do not do a full look with this. You're an idiot if you do. It'll all look ridiculous. But whatever, it's fine. So yes, going in with the finger because I'm gross and just popping that on top, just to get that extra bit. But as you can see, it all goes on really well. And then I'm taking another Zoeva 238 and I'm going into the shade Martian, which is this beautiful blue to purple shift. And I thought it would be really nice on the like inner corner of the eye, just along here. And the way that it mixes with Sol is really interesting. I also like dyed because there's a shade called Gaia in this, and one of my friends is called Gaia, and it's beautiful. It's a beautiful shade, but in my mind I wish it was like a blue to purple because those are like her colors, but it's more like a green to blue type, green to purple type thing. But I'll take it. I love having like shades that remind me of people. I get like so weird and like emotional about that sort of thing. Is that normal? I don't know. Probably not. But you can see it gives you just that, well, I don't know if you can see it, but it gives kind of like just this extra bit of like interesting dimension. That's what I like to think. And I'm going to be gross again, and I'm going to go in with my finger, and this time I'm going into Solar Rain. So it's this shade here, and there's more of like a yellowy goldy green to it. It's just disgusting. Like, ugh, don't bother getting this palette. It's too pretty for you. Much too good for little children. Much too good. I am a bit annoyed now because I think I might be on the Danessa Myricks train. It's an expensive train to be on. Very upsetting. But yeah, that's really pretty just on top of that. And then I'm taking this Morphe 2500 and I'm going into the shade Galaxy, which is just this blue to purple shift. Ugh, makes me want to cry. And again, this is like a cream-based formula. So all I'm doing is just kind of like sketching along the line of where I had the shadow of that really, well, not quite a cut crease, but a makeshift cut crease. And I'm just popping it down there. So it is quite nice that you could use these as liners and stuff. Like, I'm trying to use this palette in as many ways as possible because it has kind of put itself down as being like a multi-use palette. So figured, let's fucking put it to the test, man. Like, this shit is expensive. And it is annoying that it's like limited edition. This is like, I think the third one, and this is like a mini of their previous one that apparently was super, super popular. So they brought this back and I got it straight away on pre-order because I was like, oh, I want things that I don't need. So yes. And I've like had Danessa Myricks on my to buy list for a while, partly because my lovely friend Chloe Demure of Save the Victory Roll used their yummy blurring balm thing and it looked disgustingly good on her, so I did actually end up getting that as well. And there will be a video of me testing that out coming soon if you want to see what that looks like on my skin. I'm doing a bit of a wear test as well just to see what the story is, but you can see you're getting really good pigment on that, like not having to work with it, which is great because if you know me, I'm a lazy bitch. So not having to even go in with any Meron or like any sort of mixing liquids, I'm just able to go in as is and be the lazy bitch that I am, you know, that I really aspire to be. Is the thing, you know. Now what I'm going to do is I'm taking this blank canvas E10, I haven't taken anything on it, and all I'm doing is just kind of blurring out where all of that is because I don't want to have that sharp edge. I was just kind of more testing it out to see could I get that from it, and I can, which is great, but I want more of like a gentle transition. So I'm doing that across the eye just to transition it in this way. Super simple, lazy eye look. As if I've done anything more than lazy recently. Nope, no I haven't. It's the summer and I'm not really on holidays. I do work 2 jobs because I'm an idiot, you know? And also finances are nuts and economy and something numbers. I don't know, it's all scary. I mean, it's so simple. We're almost there at this point with the eye look anyway. I'm using this Inglot 208 and I'm going into the shade Aurora. So like the Aurora Borealis, or you know, Princess Aurora if you're into the whole Disney princess things. Oh, in a totally unrelated thing, because Sahil is from India, he hasn't really seen many Disney things. So like, he's now going through a new childhood because I'm introducing him to all of the like Disney movies. So we were watching Sword in the Stone the other day. So now he's just like pretending to be Archimedes and being like, what? So that's not going to get old too soon. But yeah, this is essentially it. I'm obviously going to jazz it up and do other bits and pieces to it because like, fuck it, it's me. But I am going to come back when I'm like have more of my base done because I want to use some of this as like highlight. I also want to potentially use a bit on the lips. So we'll be back next to look at that. Okay, so I've like finished off the eyes, all of that sort of thing, and I did say I was going to use this for like highlighter, and I think I'm going to go into the shade Strawberry Moon. Now it kind of gives me Lunar Beauty vibes with the Strawberry Dreams palette. Kind of reminds me of that a little bit. There's like a kind of duochrome shift in that, and this is just so pretty. And I thought, well, why not try and use that as a little bit of a highlight? Because, you know, why not? And I did put a little bit of lip liner on because I thought, oh, well, I can, oh, fuck me, that's gorgeous. Oh, right, take off the glasses so you can do it properly, you big idiot. Oh my goodness. Oh, okay. Oh, god damn it. This is so nice. Yeah. Oh, okay. I mean, look, Wilma, if you're watching, you don't need this because, you know, you're already like, hey, on your makeup moratorium, and let's be real, you know, Multichromes, etc. don't translate fantastically in drag, but like, oh, fuck me, that is beautiful. If they did a single of that as like a highlight, I wouldn't be against it. Have I put too much there? Yeah. Oh well. Yeah, way too much there, but sure, whatever. It'll be grand. I'm gonna see if I can diffuse that out a little bit just to see what it's like, because I did go a little bit like, whew, trigger happy there, like. Okay, this is diffusing it a little bit. That's helpful. Okay, I like that. And it's very on the schnoz, isn't it? Oof. Jesus, Tracy, you don't have to highlight the whole nose. Like, you know, everyone knows you have a nose. And then once I put like a gloss or something on top, it's gonna look nice. Okay, I'm gonna feck off now, finish off everything else, and I'll come back and tell you what I think of the palette. Woohoo! Right, everything is put together, and I'm going to zoom you into the eyes now so you can see what it looks like all together, and I will go outside, I think, to show you, you know, how it all looks once it's all together. Okay, so that's it. Like, I put some little pearls, a little butterfly, and yeah, I did pretty much just use the palette. I mean, I did cheat a little bit with an eye pencil, but fuck it, you know, that doesn't really count. I think what I find frustrating about this is it looks so special in reality, and then I get onto camera and it just doesn't kind of capture all of the general loveliness of it. So that is annoying. Okay, so this is what it looks like in natural light. You can kind of see like the highlight and stuff that is like, wabam, very, very nice. And I did mesh it with like a lip oil and stuff. I'm gonna get like a light just to see if we can see it a bit better, ironically. Yeah, I mean, it's so hard to capture what this actually looks like in reality, but I think it looks so cute. But yeah, I will get back to the review now. But that leads us to what it is that I think of this palette. I mean, I pretty much used all of it, I think, bar one shade, which was Gaia. Somehow didn't get into that, which you'd think I would. But I have swatched all of them and I've kind of played with them myself. And oh my sweet merciful Jesus, they're so lovely. And I love that I don't have to use like a glitter primer or anything. And they didn't interfere. I used a MAC paint pot underneath. Now, I did that because I wanted to see if it interfered, because I know that Brianna had said she got like the chrome flakes and it kind of, they didn't like each other. But this seems to be okay with a MAC paint pot, just saying. I love this. It's so expensive though. Like, I don't know if I can, like, if I can happily recommend this given the crazy price tag. Here's the thing, if you like Multichromes, you probably already have quite a few of these, right? You know, you probably do not need them. If, however, you want to have like Multichromes, etc., and you've never really tried it and you wanted to hold out until you found a really good brand, you know what, this is disgustingly nice. Like, I hate that I really enjoy it, you know? I do though. I think it's really nice. I think just it's the price tag that puts me off a little bit, and this is not a standalone palette. This is going to be the thing that you go in to get your special shade out of. That's the purpose of this palette. It's not a standalone. You don't do shit like I did today. Okay, don't. That's silly. But I love this. Would I buy this again? I would. Yeah, I kind of hate that I would, but I would. And now I'm kind of on the Danessa train, and it's expensive, and yeah, questioning my life choices. But I would give this a solid 9 out of 10. I'm just taking the 1 mark off just because of the price tag. That's literally it. But I love this. Like, I did have to pay extra taxes and duty because I had to get it on Danessa Myricks' own website because I couldn't get it on like Cult Beauty or Beauty Bay at the time, and I don't think it's on there now anyways at the moment, but I don't regret it. I'm quite happy with this. But that's the end of the video. Do please like, comment and subscribe. Turn on that notification bell. It's just polite. And do please share, because sharing is caring. Except of course when it comes to STDs, in which case, you know, wrap it up. Don't be gross. But that's it. That's the end of the video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.